Hey everybody, happy Thursday and happy November! I hope you are doing well. For those of you that are new, my name is Susan. I am a freelance fiction editor specializing in sci-fi, fantasy, and romance. For those of you that are out there that are participating in NaNoWriMo, a huge good luck and congratulations to you. For those of you that are like, what is NaNoWriMo? Or you know what NaNoWriMo is, but you're like, should I participate? Should I not? First and foremost, it's not too late. And second of all, feel free to check out my video on what NaNoWriMo is and whether or not you should participate. But for this week, we're going to be talking about the books that I'm most looking forward to that are coming out in November. So let's dive in. First and foremost is The Luminaries by Susan Dennard, or Dennard. I'm not sure. I've never read the Witchland series, which was her hugely popular first series, although I've heard great things. But this story sounds a little bit more up my alley because it's contemporary fantasy. It features a creepy town with unexplained monsters, family secrets, and a friends to enemies to, I'm assuming, lovers, or at least as lovers as YA books get, love story. So I am very excited to dive in. And the best news about this one is that it came out on the 1st, so you can already dive in. Number 2 is The Lies We Tell by Zhao. This YA thriller sounds very much like Veronica Mars, and I am here for it. I am so here for something that is going to fill that void in my life because I miss Veronica Mars so much. Anna is a freshman in college, but like in Veronica Mars, she actually goes to university in the town that she lived in, that she's from, to help with the family business. Not a private investigator business, but a bakery that is currently struggling. The PI business would have been useful though, because while Anna wants to do well in school, she also wants to solve the campus murder of her childhood babysitter. The only one who can help her is her old rival, Chris Liu, whose family also owns the rival bakery. He doesn't give as much of a bad boy vibe as Logan does, but I'm still here for it. As things get dangerous and Anna starts getting stalked, they have to put a stop to the danger on campus before tragedy strikes again. This book sounds like an intense ride, and like I said, for anybody that's fan of YA mysteries, sort of the more new adult Veronica Mars feel, it sounds like this will be perfect for us, and it comes out on the 15th. My next choice is Secluded Cabin Sleeps 6 by Lisa Unger. Try saying that 10 times fast. I'm not going to admit to you how many times I recorded that, but we'll move on. Now, thrillers can be very hit or miss for me, especially if they have the sort of domestic thriller-ish vibe, and what I mean by that is they were the perfect couple, or so it seemed, but actually they have all of these secrets. I'm not a huge fan of those types of stories because they tend to all feel very similar to me, and they all boil down to everyone lies and people suck, which just isn't very happy or exciting to me, at least. But this story intrigued me. While it does have shadows of that in it, so it's a group of 6 people, 3 couples that go off on this very ritzy, beautiful vacation. They have this perfect life, everything like that, until everything goes awry, of course. There are 2 details in the copy that caught my eye and are why it is on my list. First and foremost, it is described as a lock room mystery. Now, whether it's in books or movies, I love locked room stories. Crafted story-wise, I think those stories are some of the hardest to write while still being able to keep the story fresh and full of twists and turns. And I also love that it just adds sort of that automatic horror feel of there's nowhere to go. It's just that added tension that you just can't beat. Second, while I'm sure there are secrets and lies between the couples that again are going to have that very domestic thriller vibe, it also sounds like this story has more to it than that. To quote the copy, the rental host is just a bit too present, and the personal chef reveals that the house has a spine-tingling mystery. So to me that says there's more to it than just a secret's going to be revealed, these people aren't who they seem. There might be more to it than that. There might be an actual aspect of mystery and horror and real bad guy that these people who are clearly at odds with each other, even though they don't know it yet, will have to band together, figure it out, and defeat. And that to me is very cool. I'm very excited to see how it turns out. This comes out November 8th. My final choice is Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing by Matthew Perry. Now, I'm not normally a nonfiction memoir type reader. It's just too real, and if the story is worth telling, generally it's too painful as well. For me, I get enough of that in real life. I am very much an escape reader. But that being said, Matthew Perry's memoir is on my TBR for this month, as I think it is on a lot of people's, and I don't think it's just because of curiosity. Now, I will admit for myself, and I'm sure for others out there, that is certainly a part of it. But with this one, at least for me, it's more than that as well. For many people, Friends has been a staple, whether you have become a fan recently or you've been a fan since the beginning. For me, it has a bit more of a personal story to it. It was something that I got to watch with my siblings. Now, for a bit of context for you, my siblings are quite a bit older than I am. There's a pretty big age gap. So finding things that we could do together was challenging, to say the least. But I still have vivid memories of running home after school, switching on the TV to channel 17, RIP WB, and turning on the latest Friends to be able to watch and pretend to laugh, because at that point most of the jokes went way over my head, and just enjoy that time with my siblings. It was awesome. It made me feel like such an adult and such a part of that group. And of course, as I grew up, I continued to watch the show. I understood more of the jokes, thankfully, and of course I had the biggest crush on Chandler, which I don't think is an uncommon thing to say. I have the utmost respect and awe for Matthew Perry bringing to life a character that I absolutely love, not to mention that he did it undergoing such hardship that we had no idea, or at least I had no idea about at the time. And yes, while part of my want to read this memoir is curiosity, I'll own up to that, it is sort of also like, in a way, being a listening ear. A friend, if you will. I know, it was a bad joke, but I couldn't resist. But being a listening ear to someone whose craft has brought so much joy and laughter and a lot of good memories over the years. So my final read is Matthew Perry's memoir. I'm not sure I'm going to like it. It's certainly not going to be an easy read, but it's not supposed to be. But I think it's an important read, so I'm excited to dive in. And this also came out on the 1st, so if you are also interested in reading it, you can grab it now. Okay, deep story time over with. What are you reading this month? What else are you reading? I know a lot of you might not have a whole ton of extra time because of NaNoWriMo, but I do hope you are taking the time to rest, recharge your creative brain, which does mean reading fun books and taking time for yourself even as you try to reach that big goal at the end of the month, whatever that may be. I wish you the best of luck. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And until next week, keep writing.